so today I'm going to be doing a huge Q&A video. I might actually split this video up into two different videos, but the other day I asked you guys on my Instagram to ask me all of your questions, and I think I have about 14 or 15 to answer, so that's the reason that I might split this up into two videos, but I don't want to make these videos obviously like super long. I also posted all of the questions down below in the description box with what times I start talking about them, because I know a lot of times when I like watch a Q&A video, I want the answer to like one question and I end up just skipping around trying to find the question that I wanted answered. So all the questions are posted below with the times that I started answering them. So here we go. So the first question is from Oink Oink 91. And they ask, is there a reason you eat white rice instead of brown? Reading the starch solution, I saw more of a direction to eat brown. So we were eating white jasmine rice pretty much ever since we left Minnesota. When we were in Minnesota though, I was like strictly all about brown rice. I would never have white rice in the house. Derek like didn't like it because I didn't allow it, but then he got used to eating brown rice. Honestly, I think brown rice is healthier because it's more of a whole food. Now we have gone back to eating brown rice, and I actually really love it. I don't even know why we started eating white rice. It really just depends on, you know, what you like to eat, the types of rice that you enjoy. I mean, Asian cultures thrive off of white rice, so there's not like a big issue with it or anything like that. It just depends what you like, what digests better. I know brown rice digests a lot better for me. It makes me a lot fuller. It helps a lot if you're trying to like lose weight. There's a lot more fiber and nutrients and minerals, but that saying, like, there's nothing really wrong with white rice. It just is really a preference of what you want to eat, but we have gone back to eating pretty much exclusively brown rice for the time being. We'll see what happens. So the next question is from Stoikidoo. I think that's how you say it. Why don't you use oil to cook? What are the benefits? So the reason that we don't use oil to cook in our foods is because it literally just like clogs your arteries, clogs your veins. It makes your blood stick together. It's not a health food whatsoever. It's basically just, you know, a food that has been engineered in a way to be completely extracted from the food that it's from. Like olive oil is fine when it's in an olive, and avocado oil is fine when it's in an avocado, and coconut oil is fine when it's in a coconut. But once you extract it from the fruit and you start bottling it in huge quantities, and people are using it especially to like fry things or, you know, cook things on high heat, it's not a health food at that point. I personally don't cook with oil just because I've become so used to cooking with water that it's not a big deal for us, and we really enjoy having things sauteed in water. It's a lot lighter. It doesn't, you know, clog us up or make us feel slow or our digestion's messed up or anything like that. So we definitely just prefer having, you know, an oil-free diet because it helps us have the best athletic performance. It helps us have the best digestion, the best clear skin, the best health, all that kind of stuff. It helps the most with weight loss and everything like that, so we just don't cook with any oil at all. So the next question is, what made me become vegan? I became vegan 2.5, almost 3 years ago because I saw Earthlings, and I honestly just could not bear, you know, that what I was eating was causing all these animals so much harm. So once I watched Earthlings and, you know, I saw that kind of stuff, I was pretty much just eating like vegan junk food for a really long time. And then I decided to start looking into the health aspects of it. I'd seen some people that had lost like a lot of weight when they had gone vegan, and they'd cured like all these diseases and things like that. Then I saw Forks Over Knives, which totally made me start looking on YouTube. Then I went high carb, low fat vegan. I started my YouTube channel in September of 2000. Basically, it was because of the ethical reason for animals. The reason that I really, you know, talk about the weight loss and health aspects of veganism is because it's the #1 reason that people go vegan. I know a lot of people go vegan because of Earthlings or seeing something like that or the ethical aspects of it, but most people go vegan because of weight loss or because of health, because so many people in this world are so unhealthy, overweight, they have tons of diseases on tons of prescription pills, and what makes them find veganism is the health aspect of it, and what makes them stay vegan is learning about the ethical vegan aspect of it. So that's why I went vegan. It's almost 3 years for me. Never ever would go back. It's just literally the most life-changing, best experience that I've ever had in my entire life, and I couldn't be more grateful for the people, you know, that put out informational content on veganism, the people on YouTube, the people that are spreading the message to help other people, because everybody basically is just, you know, a meat eater or a standard American diet eater, or they just eat animal products and they don't think anything about it because they're very uneducated. So we need to be out there, we need to be making YouTube videos. Everybody has a different angle and has a different reason or a different outlook on making them, but any way that we can get people to go vegan is the best way. So how long did it take me to notice weight loss in a high carb, low fat vegan lifestyle? Well, when I first came to this lifestyle, I actually gained 30 pounds, which I've covered in many videos. I don't think that it's necessary to gain 30 pounds. I was just basically not listening to my body and not doing what felt right and listening to other people. That aside, when I first really went like high carb, low fat, started listening to my body, started eating the foods that I enjoy and that really fulfill me and satisfy me. So when I went starch-based, it took me about a month to notice weight loss. I didn't actually weigh myself until the first 3 months was over. So I think I lost like 18 pounds in the first 3 months, and I was 188 pounds when I started. So I was down to like 170. And I wasn't even happy with that. Like, I thought it was so slow and blah, 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 blah. Because you hear about all these people that like go on the starch solution or go on a diet and lose like 30 pounds the first month. Definitely didn't happen to me, but the entire time, like, my weight loss has been like half a pound to a pound a week, which is completely healthy. It is sustainable. I don't starve myself. I don't, you know, smash in calories. I don't over exercise. I don't do anything crazy. I'm not like fully raw. Like, I think the diet that I follow now and the way that I eat is sustainable for any person on the planet. So the next question is, I'm a plus size vegan and sometimes it's hard to eat a healthy vegan meal when I feel like there's no hope. How can I motivate myself to lose weight but also stay true to ethical veganism? I think that question is kind of like, just do the best that you can. You know, you're not going to eat 100% healthy all the time, but as long as you're staying vegan and you're staying true to ethical veganism, then that's fine. Like, if you eat 95% of the time and it's a high carb, starch based, you know, filling meal that is low fat, that's fine. If once in a while you go out with your friends or something like that and you eat something that has oil or has overt fats or something like that in it, it's not really a big issue. As long as your cheat meals aren't like animal products, nothing is really gonna set you back. If you think about it, like having tempeh, like BLT-ish sandwich with avocado and it's like cooked in oil and all this stuff, it's really not that bad of a meal. There is so much other bad foods that you could be eating. You could be going out to McDonald's and like eating, you know, a number 4 or something like that. It just bothers me when people think that if they have like one bad meal a week or one bad meal every now and then, that they're like gonna ruin their diet and stuff. And it's not what you're doing, you know, 1 to 5% of the time. It's what you're doing 95% of the time is what is gonna give you the results that you want. So don't worry about it. Just make your meals vegan. If they're cheat meals, that's not a big deal. And just stay true to ethical veganism. Okay, so this person says, how to respond when someone says, oh my gosh, that's too many carbs, or that's carb overload, that's so bad, and you tell them you don't need animal protein. They say, I don't believe you. This and that source says you need animal protein. I want to make the answer polite but short. The carb thing, our bodies run off of carbohydrates. No matter what, our bodies need glucose to fuel ourselves to live. Like, that's just how it works. If you're not taking in that glucose, your body is going to be converting fat stores to glucose. Yes, people lose weight like doing this, but it's so short term. It does not work. It gives people diseases. It makes them sick. It's not something that someone can do their entire life, and it's not sustainable. Like, people like that are so hopped up on caffeine. They don't have any energy. They don't feel good. They're not, you know, in the right state of mind to be like happy and enthusiastic and loving their life. It's just not a place that people want to live. Okay, so the protein thing is just like the number one thing that people are ever going to ask you about. It's annoying, yes, but the way that, you know, the media and the diet industry and things like that have portrayed diet and how important protein is and all of this kind of different stuff, it's not as important as people think. One thing that you can do is educate yourself about protein, because most people that say that have no idea how protein works, how it's synthesized in the body, like anything about it. So protein consists of 20 different amino acids, 11 which are synthesized in our body. The other 9 we have to get from outside sources. So people see like animal products, animal meats, things like that, and they think like, oh, we have to get it from animals. But if you think about it, where did those animals get their protein? So cows, chickens, pigs, they're eating corn, grass, and foods that we can take in and our bodies can synthesize into protein. So the first 11 our bodies can make, and the other 9 we must get from our foods. We don't have to get them from animal foods because they're naturally found in plant foods. So like the animal would eat the protein, or you know, the corn or the grass or whatever, their bodies will convert it into these other 9 essential amino acids that our bodies need. We eat the animal and then we say like, oh well, that's how you get your protein. But in the gist of it, you can get your protein from spinach or collard greens or beans or anything like that. So saying that you have to get your protein from animals is kind of like filtering your water through a sewer. Think about how much muscle like a gorilla, a rhino, a cow has. They're very, very strong animals. They're all herbivorous animals. They get their protein from plants, and that's where we get our protein as well. So just educate yourself a little bit more on protein and how our body uses it, how we need it, and how it works, how we get it, and then you can scientifically answer those people that really don't know anything about protein and just know myths that were taught to us by the diet industry. Alright, so that's going to be the end of this Q&A. I'm going to be posting the other Q&A probably in a couple days, so keep a lookout for that. If you guys want more Q&A videos, give this video a thumbs up and I will do them. Probably let me know how often you want to see them, what you want them to be about. Post your questions below and I'll make as many as I can. Cool, I will see you guys tomorrow and have a great day.
Are they making the sound? Can you see all the people